We're here back at America's Choice Gourmet, Trip to the Butcher #2. And this is John that I'm always commenting on the videos. And we're here, I want him to give you a quick tutorial on the benefits of prime beef. And we're gonna show you what and where we go shopping.
All right. Yes, so here at America's Choice Gourmet, we are a wholesaler for restaurants, catering companies for 10 years now. And over the last 3 years, we've opened up our little front office here to allow the general public to come and shop with us. But a lot of people, after they shop with us, they come back and they make notation that the food tastes a lot better than what they're used to getting at their typical grocery store. Most commonly, the reason for that is 90% out of the 9 grades that you can buy in beef, 90% of what you find in them nowadays is going to be grade 5. You'll note if you pick up a package of red meat at the grocery store and it simply says USDA inspected, that's grade 5. Their high-end stuff typically is grade 3. That's the stuff that they have in their glass case that they want an arm and a leg for. But most commonly, we sell grade 1 because we want to give people better food than the grocery store. So if you give people better food than they're used to getting, then they'll always come back and shop with you. But David, let's go back and take a look at some stuff.
Yeah, let's do.
So these are just single boxes of our beef here. This is a Wagyu picanha. This is a grade 9 picanha, so this is going to be one of the highest grades that is available. We also do tomahawk rib eyes. We got the big 2.5, 3-inch steak there. It's almost 3 pounds. This over here is going to be you've got your briskets, your ground beef, your pork belly, pork tenderloin, dry-aged rib loins, dinosaur beef ribs, goose, duck, picanha, flank steak. And then we move on over here, we've got gator, venison, ostrich, elk, gator, camel, venison, ground elk, ground camel, Maillard ducks. We've also got lobsters and king crab from Maine, specialty sausages, and shrimp. Lots of Wagyu beef. This is the Iberico Perfecto. This is the most exotic pork in the world. This is pork from Spain, and they feed them nothing but acorns.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people describe this as the Wagyu of the pork world. This is the best pork in the world, and it's from Spain. We also have the same thing, Iberico pork in the ribs here. These are not your average ribs here. You see, we look at the marbling here in these ribs. This because these are the high-end type of ribs here. Again, Iberico Perfecto, best pork in the world.
The equivalent of the Wagyu beef, so that's very interesting, and at some point we'll be getting into some of that.
So more Wagyu beef here. This is a Wagyu tri-tip roast. As you see, all the marbling in here, it's pretty much unmatched. This is the best tri-tip you could possibly ever put your hands on. In addition to that, this is some of those Wagyu picanhas, the grade 9, probably the queen of steaks. Some would say the best steak on the whole animal. We have those in several different grades of Wagyu, from grade 9, grade 5, grade 4, so different levels of Wagyu beef, because Wagyu beef comes in several different levels. So they grade it in the Australian grading system. It can go as high as 12. Typically, you know, a grade 3 would be comparable to USDA prime beef.
Okay. So I've done the prime beef picanha, and undoubtedly at this point it's still the best steak I think I've had. So this has got to be ridiculous. I think once you do this, you're probably ruined.
That's true. I have 2 of them waiting for me at the house. I'm gonna cut one into steaks, and another one I'm gonna cook as a roast, and see which one turns out better.
Nice. I love the steaks. I love doing it as the steaks.
Now I also do have Wagyu briskets as well. So I don't know. Yeah, we can throw that in here somewhere. I do also have Wagyu tenderloins.
Oh wow!
So this is a whole Wagyu Tenderloin here. So, and this is a grade 9. So that's the highest grade you're gonna see in the United States, is a grade 9. And like I said, grade 3 would be compared a little bit better than prime beef. So this is about 3 times better than prime beef, which is hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
Let's go over here and look at some individual steaks. Let's see here. So this is an entry-level Wagyu. This is an entry-level Wagyu. This is a Wagyu T-Bone, and these will go for about $30 for a Wagyu T-Bone. So they're not that too bad, comparably speaking. Pound for price, they're really well. It's a good starter steak.
You can see the marbling. I mean, the prime is marbled beautifully, but the Wagyu, you can see, I mean, it's just a beautiful spider web of fat and flavor.
And then of course,
and that's good healthy fat.
yes, the unsaturated fat in Wagyu. The DNA of the Wagyu is different to where it is a unsaturated fat compared to our domestic cattle, which would be saturated fat. So it's actually healthy fat. And Wagyu fat will also melt at about 75 degrees, so you can touch it with your fingers and actually melt it. Now, of course, we do have 3 different sizes of your Wagyu burgers: quarter pounders, third pounders, and half pounders in the Wagyu beef. A lot of people say that is their favorite type of burger, is the Wagyu burgers. By the way, we will be having a burger competition in June. I hope you're able to enter that.
I am.
These are Wagyu Rib Eyes for 2. So you get 2 Wagyu Rib Eyes here. We do these for $50 a piece for the Wagyu. And once you try Wagyu beef, it's really hard to go back to your grocery store and eat that average quality stuff that they sell. Food is life. You might as well have the best life, so have the best food. A Wagyu center cut sirloin steak. Still heavy in the marbling, although these steaks go for approximately $20. So this is a nice entry level, a way to get started in the Wagyu world. Typically, we like to start people off, you know, with the prime beef, then we go to the aged beef, then we go to the lower grade Wagyu stuff, and we work our way up through the Australian Wagyu beef. Then we go to the Japanese beef grown in Japan, and work our way up that scale. So we go on a ladder from better than the grocery store all the way to the moon. But let me grab some more steaks to show you. I'll be right back.
So another thing that John started selling is these cakes. And this is the turtle cheesecake. And I don't want to fully open it because I still have to transport it home. But
oh, wow.
Look at that beautiful cake.
Thanks.
These here, this is a Wagyu tomahawk. Tomahawks are, some call them the king of all the rib eyes. This being a Wagyu tomahawk is going to have all the marbling inside of it. These are, I would say, one of the more impressive steaks that you can find in the world nowadays. All the marbling and flavor that you could ever want. Wagyu tomahawk steak. Now, let's go ahead and show the best steaks in the world. These are Wagyu steaks from Japan. This is an A5 marbling score 12. Oh. So this is as most marbling you can possibly go to. There is no higher grade. This is the cream of the cream. I describe the taste of these as a creamy, buttery beef bacon flavor. It almost goes beyond steak and goes into a new flavor of something. I always thought steak was the best taste in the world, but apparently Wagyu steaks almost go to where it tastes like something better than steaks because it goes beyond any steak you've ever tried in the past. So definitely give a Japanese steak a try if you guys ever get a chance. Wagyu beef is the best beef in the world.
So I'm not sure at what point in my life I'll be ready for that, but I got a feeling it's going to be very soon. And obviously, once you go to that level, it's going to be hard to go back. And we'll have to figure out how we get to that point in our life.
These are your Wagyu Australian marbling score 3. I don't know if you saw my video where I was grilling out the other day, But these are the Wagyu steaks that I was cooking out of these. So these are a grade 3. So this is just a little bit better than prime beef as far as the marbling content. And then once we go to a level 5, you see as the marbling increases here, okay? So when we get down to the level 5 stuff, it starts to become really beautiful. But all that white stuff in there is healthy, delicious fat. Now, the grocery stores will tell you that fat is bad, That's because they sell low quality beef that does not come with fat. So they will tell you don't eat fat, fat is bad. Well, on a low quality steak, you would cut the fat off the side of the steak because it doesn't taste that good. Intermuscular fat or marbling, which is what we're talking about here, is a totally different thing. When you cook a intermuscular fat, it's going to render down to where it only becomes not a lump of fat in your mouth, but in essence just taste. So it adds the flavor, the taste of the steak that makes it so delicious. So marbling equals flavor. Don't let the grocery store tell you that fat is bad, because fat is flavor. So you got to get Wagyu beef that has the absolute most marbling you can possibly get. But did you guys take a look at your desserts that you had too as well?
We did. We opened up the.
Wow.
Opened up
The woman who makes these, she's a 78-year-old lady who used to teach at culinary school, and she's retired now, but she still makes about 10 cakes a day. And I've had wedding cakes before that were delicious, but nothing as tasty as her cakes. I've been eating them for 9 years now, and come to find out that it was just a 78-year-old lady that makes these wonderful cakes. I was so shocked, and everybody that's ever had one has said, in fact, it was the best cake. Is that the?
So this is the key lime cake.
Key lime cake, which some have said that their favorite pie in the world was a key lime pie, and they had the key lime cake and said that this was actually better than their favorite pie in the world, which is amazing to see. Wait till you guys see the inside of that key lime cake. It's amazing.
Okay, so this was our trip to the butcher. It was great to see John. I think now you probably know why I love him and his product so much. So our take was we got a Wagyu picanha, which is going to be spectacular. I'm going to cut this into steaks, and we are going to see what the difference between prime and Wagyu is. Now this is the lower grade Wagyu, but I feel like that's a good place for me to start. Got our hamburgers, nice thick prime beef burgers. So we're stocked back up on those. This big pork belly. And this is Sakura pork. So really good stuff. You can see lots of fat. So I'm gonna do a couple different things. I'm gonna make some pork belly bites, little pockets, as well as I'm gonna slice some of my own bacon out of this. And who knows what else we might do with this thing. So this is great. Okay, then picked up a couple bags of shrimp, some snow crab legs, looking forward to that, and then of course our turtle cheesecake, key lime cake,
that's gonna be good. And
we came home to a surprise. Mom's got this pork roast smelting down in the crock pot, so sounds like Mama's making some barbecue tonight. So anyway, another trip to the butcher was a success. Keep watching. We'll be making lots of videos from the products that we picked up today. Thanks.